How's it going, everybody? How we doing tonight? This morning. Sorry. Can't even figure this out. I don't even know. I'm late. I'm running on Hispanic time, bro. I'm actually early as fuck, believe it or not. I'm actually really, really early. I'm running early. So how's everybody doing tonight? Tonight, I keep saying tonight like it's a fucking nighttime thing here. Hold on. Trying to get everything squared away here. Look at this. Look at this. All right. Let's get to it. Let's get to the news. Let's get to all the shit we got to talk about. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Well, we listen to Mega Man in the background. We got Mega Man joining us. All right. Let me. All right. Okay. So how's everybody doing? How's everybody's morning going? Huh? How are you guys all doing out there today? Everybody hanging out. You know what? I gotta get this. I forgot. I gotta get the chat going somewhere else. I'm trying to figure this out. Hold on a second. I forgot. You know what? Because I literally had a phone call like a couple minutes right before I fucking started streaming, and then I saw the time, and I was running to get here, and I was like, ah, shit. You know what I mean? It was just one thing after the other. Hold on. How do I get back to? Hold on. Let's get out of here. Let's go here. Let's try this again. There we go. We're live. We're good to go. How's everybody doing? Let's give a shout out to M-Flow, shout out to Daniel, shout out to Jose, shout out to Lambo, shout out to whoever the fuck else is out there. Just shout out to everybody out there while I get this going over here. So anyways, yeah, let's just get going through the news. I mean, you know, there's just so much shit to talk about today, honestly. Honestly, there really is a lot of shit to talk about. Like I know, hey Daniel, hey, what's up, FN? How's it going, brother? I know you guys want me to talk about, I know Daniel, you said talk about Tron. I will talk about Tron. I'm gonna leave that towards the end, because again, you know, like I feel like I've already made an episode and talked about that, but I do want to talk about it. There's a lot of news on there, but I feel like there's more important news at the moment right now. Oh shit, we got the XRP legend in the house. We got my number one viewer, my number one subscriber, the one that loves my fucking channel the most. But anyways, what was I saying? I forgot what the fuck I was saying. Oh yeah, but we have a lot of shit to talk about, like literally, like for real. Like first of all, did you guys hear? You guys heard? Russia plans to replace the US dollar with Bitcoin. Say what? Say what? So that's fucking great news. See, I got the BitTorrent queued up here, all right? Don't worry, I'm going to be talking about BitTorrent later, I promise. I promise, Daniel. Hang in there. And we got, but actually, like, the most important fucking news, more than anything else, really, is the France, you know, that France is going on a bank run. Hold on, let me repeat that. France is about to initiate a bank run. Wait, I think I got to repeat that 3 times. France is about to initiate a full-wide, countrywide bank run. I mean, do you guys even have any idea? Do you guys have any fucking idea what that really represents and means? It's a great fucking time, man. It's a great thing. It's pretty crazy though. So on Saturday, it seems like I'm like triple multitasking here. But anyways, it seems like on Saturday. Do you even have any? What's going on here? Damn it, I think I broke it. Fuck. Hold on. Sorry. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so on Saturday, they're about to start, you know, they're all going to go and do a bank run. So, do you guys, anyone know what a bank run is? Anyone out there? So, if anyone here was around on last Wednesday, for the proof of keys, well, the proof of keys was literally, based off of a bank run, the original bank run. And So what a bank run is that everyone gets together, the whole population gets together, and they all go to the bank at the same freaking time, and they either go to the ATM or go to the bank itself, and they demand their money. So remember the U.S. the banking system, how the banking system actually runs is with fractional reserve banking. So what fractional reserve banking does is that for every $10 that you deposit into the bank account, they only have one of those dollars. So think about it. If we collectively, the population, deposit $10 million in the bank, the reality is that the bank only has 1 million of those dollars. So if all of a sudden everybody goes to the bank at the same time and says, hey, we want our money back, well, all of a sudden the bank is going to be short $9 million. Where the fuck are they going to get that money from? They can't. And then all of a sudden, if that happens, the system falls. You know, the banks crash. The system tanks. The whole fucking thing falls. And so, you know, before this wouldn't be possible to really do, because most people would know that once you do a bank run, because by the way, these things used to happen 100 years ago. They used to happen all the fucking time. I don't want to go into the history of that right now, but the reality is that, you know, if all of a sudden everyone gets to, you know, everyone is able to do something like this today, in today's time, because they can all fall back on cryptocurrency, on Bitcoin, on, you know, things like that. And it's a beautiful fucking time. And the fact that, you know, France is leading the charge, and, you know, all they want is exactly what, you know, what they did in Iceland, which is pretty fucking crazy too. So in Iceland, you know, when the fucking the whole banking system collapsed, the people literally arrested and went after all the bankers, the whole system, the whole everything, and now all of a sudden, you know, everything in Iceland is fucking awesome and hunky-dory. So a lot of people don't know about what happened in Iceland and what happened out there with the banking system and the bankers, but, you know, the reality is that the few people out there that do know, that's what we want. You know, like in the U.S., in order to fix the whole system, that's what we would need. We would need what happened in Iceland to happen here. And the same thing all over the world. In order for us to fix this problem, we would need something very similar to what happened in Iceland. So when all of a sudden the French people, they're not protesting taxes, they're not protesting, you know, bullshit. They're not, no. They're literally out there with signs saying, fuck the banks, we want Bitcoin, fuck the system, we know what's going on. They're on the streets, you know, they're literally on the doorstep of their version of Wall Street. They're on the doorsteps of their version of Congress and their version of Parliament and, you know, whatever government, and they're literally demanding a massive change to the whole you know, financial system, you know, which is the banking system. So the people know what's up, and not only do they know what's up, but you know, they know exactly what they need to do in order to get this whole thing going. So now on January 12th of 2019, this Saturday in France, the whole population is being encouraged to go out and do a bank run. And what they're saying is that, like, if on Saturday the bank run doesn't work, you know, meaning that the banks have the money and everything is just hunky-dory, then they're going to do it again, and they're going to do it again, and they're going to keep doing it again, and they're going to and they'll keep pushing. And by the way, I don't know if you know French people. I love French people. French people are a little hard-headed. Remember, I used to be a chef, so with that being said, you know, I've dealt with a lot of French people for obvious reasons. But French people are fucking hardcore. They are very hard-headed. They know what's up, and they're really cool, man. They're really cool. You know, France actually gets a pretty bad rap, and they're like a laughing stock when it comes to, you know, their military or you know things of that nature. But if you guys again look at the history, okay, up until the French army got defeated, you know, back with Napoleon times or whenever the fuck that was, up until then, the French army and the French were some of the most feared, okay, and one of the most hardcore armies and people on earth, you know, in Europe and shit like that. So, you know, that's really what France is, and the French people and so on and so forth. So, yeah, you know, that's pretty good, man. I'm really happy to see what they're doing. Every time I hear news out of France, it's fucking amazing. all of a sudden now we're listening, you know, I'm reading somewhere yesterday, all over the place. Every Spencer, Jelena, a bunch of people, but me, myself as well. Like I keep finding in here, I'll show it to you guys right here. Russia plans to replace US dollar with Bitcoin. What? So again, you know what I mean? You know, if you guys are not bullish on Bitcoin and crypto for 2019, I don't know what to fucking tell you. I don't know what to tell you. But you know, a lot of times when some of us talk about, oh, the dollar needs to fall, the dollar, you know, the banking system needs to fall, and then, you know, people are like, well, okay, well, if the dollar falls and the banking system falls, then what are we going to use as currency? What are we going to use? You know, what is going to take its place? What are we going to have as a world reserve currency? And a lot of people are always, well, you know, they literally go, whoa, we're going to go back to gold, the gold standard and gold and this and that. But you still need a currency. You still need some sort of currency. And so even if we have a gold standard, see, because if all of a sudden the U.S. were to say, okay, the dollar crashed, but we are now going to back the dollar by gold, then guess what? All of a sudden the dollar remains in power. You know what I mean? No matter what. And even if a country like Russia and other countries around the world, they want to get rid of their, you know, their dollars, it doesn't really matter. You know, the economies can still function, and Russia doesn't have to use the dollar, but they can use gold in order to price their, you know, their ruble, or price, you know, things within Russia. And same thing with France, and same thing with a lot of countries, you know, Iran, Venezuela, you name it. So that's you know, that's why, you know, a gold standard is also important. But if all of a sudden we don't have a gold standard, there's no gold standard coming, and it's only more fiat, more dollars, then guess what? Well, the only choice that we have is to go to a Bitcoin standard. Now, how are we going to get to a Bitcoin standard? Well, we need people like Russia, like Putin, you know what I mean? Like fucking major powers of the world, and things like what's happening in France, to demand it. And not just demand it, but put it out there and talk about it, and make it happen. And we're seeing that happen right now. I mean, for real. I mean, the Putin fucking says we're going to replace the fucking dollar with Bitcoin. I mean, you know, that's the equivalent of what Venezuela is doing, what Iran is doing, what a lot of countries are doing. But again, you know, we laugh at Venezuela. Well, not me. A lot of people laugh at Venezuela and don't understand that situation. A lot of people laugh and make fun of Iran and don't understand what they're trying to do, and so on and so forth. But all of a sudden, Russia says, hey, we're going to fucking replace the dollar with Bitcoin, and people start listening. People are like, uh-oh, wait a minute. Uh-oh. And so, yeah, man. Hey, who, why, hey, what happened? What happened? Hey, Enflow. Why did you why are you blocking XRP Legend, man? What did he say? What was he saying? Don't block anyone. Don't anyone. I don't want anyone blocking anyone. All right. I want everyone to fucking say whatever the fuck they want to say. All right. I'm not here to police anyone. That's not what I do. If I wanted to police people or be a police officer, I would do that. All right. I would have done that for a living. Don't. Hey, XRP Legend, if you're still listening out there, my bad. I know I don't like XRP and I'm not a fan, but. Hold on, let me see. Can I see? Yeah, hey, Enflow, don't do that, brother. I love you to death, but don't block anyone, all right? Let him say whatever the fuck he wants to say. He's not saying anything bad, all right? All right. Anyways, so yeah, FYI, you know, for anyone that doesn't know out there, unless you're out there saying poop, crap, poopy doopy, you know, you're literally just saying, you know, stuff that obviously is not making sense, and you're just, you know, spamming the chat, then yeah, I will make a special exception for you and not allow you to fucking fuck with us, you know what I mean? Because, you know, we're here trying to do some stuff. But if you're really just having, you know, your opinion, whether I hate your opinion, whether I have, you know, I don't like your opinion, whether I don't like what you have to say, it doesn't matter. I still welcome you, and I welcome everyone, because, you know, that's what everything has to be about. We all have to have an open forum and talk about everything, all right? No matter what, no matter how much we agree or disagree with things, you know, because that's what's wrong with a lot of things in today's society, where, you know, the left and the right and the up and the down and the blue and the red and the women and the men, and everyone's fucking fighting with each other because nobody wants to let anyone talk. And I refuse to have that anywhere near any of my things, you know what I mean? I want everyone to fucking talk and chill and do that. No, and no worries, brother. That goes for everyone out there. Everyone out there, all right? I don't give a fuck, all right? It's all love, man. It's funny, like I see influence, and again, I know how easy it is for us to just see XRP and want to, block or ban. But again, we're all a family here. You know what I mean? Look, I don't get along with some of my family members, but they're still my family, and I still love them. You know what I mean? And we have conversations up until we don't have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't mean that we can't love each other. Unless my fucking family member tells me, hey, go fuck yourself, you fucking bum, you piece of shit, blah, blah. And then I'm like, all right, cousin Eric, I might not, I'm going to end this here. We'll talk later, that kind of shit. But, all right. So where was I going? Where was I? So yeah, so like, and that, I'm actually happy. I'm happy that happened. And, with that banning and block right now in the room, in the chat, so I can continue this conversation, because that's what's happening in France. The reason that most people don't know what's happening in France is because it's being blocked. It's being quieted down. It's being whatever. The reason that most people are actually talking about it now a little more is because they have been protesting since early November. So that's 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, all right, of them on the street literally almost every fucking day. So, you can't even ignore this anymore. Even though I talk to, family members, I talk to certain people that, they don't listen or know anything about the stuff that we listen to, or you know what I mean? Meaning our YouTube channels, our news, and all this other stuff. They just listen to like mainstream media and so on and so forth. And only because, they're older, they're not in tune, they have lives to live, their rate, all this shit. So it's pretty interesting to see how, people that just look at mainstream media and they have no idea what the fuck is happening in France. They have no idea what the fuck is happening in Venezuela, in Iran, in Russia, in China, in all these parts of the world. You know what I mean? And that's why, hey, Enflo, don't worry about it, brother. I love you, bro. I fuck up. We all fuck up all the time. Don't worry. It's not a big deal. But, the point is that, that's why I do this every single day. I think this is why a lot of us do this every single day as well, because, we understand that if I'm not doing this, what's that noise? Is that some? It's just my Mexican neighbors, having a party out there, fucking 10 o'clock in the morning. But anyways, that's why I do what I do, because I'm just, slowly but surely just trying to spread as much knowledge as possible. That's it. So for example, like some of you, I could assume very easily that you guys already know exactly all this news and what I'm talking about. But the reality is that you don't, you know what I mean? That's why I provide it. And then even if you do know what's happening in France and in Russia and other parts of the world, what's happening with BitTorrent, what's happening with all these fucking things, you guys still might not know, you need to discuss these things. We all need to discuss this stuff. Look, I'm glad that, I'm looking at Bitcoin price. Let's go to Bitcoin price for a minute. I was supposed to buy some yesterday, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to hold off a minute because I was waiting for another payment to come in from another client. And bam, sure enough, I'm glad I waited because everything's going down. So I'm going to be able to get something a little cheaper. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So, but yeah, there's just a lot of fucking news out there. Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta go, I'm going to leave you guys with Mega Man for 1 second, all right? Hold on. I'll be back. Give me a minute. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm right here, guys. Just give me 2 seconds. Sorry. I just had to take care of something. Sorry. Yeah, I'm actually a lot busier now because I got clients on the phone and I got all kinds of shit I'm fucking doing now all the time. That's when my schedule changed, in order for me to, be able to do everything I gotta do. Because look, man, one of the fucking things I really hate doing is, you know, when I gotta fucking do the thing at the end of the episode when I gotta be like, hey guys, can you join Patreon? Can you give me a fucking tip? Can you whatever? I hate doing that shit. I fucking hate it to the bone. You know, I really do. I really want to just do all this stuff that I'm doing for free. I don't want to be having to rely on anyone or anything to, you know, to do this stuff. You know, like honestly, 1,000,000%. And so that's why I've been, you know, working so hard, you know, to you know, expand my business, do more clients, do more work, do all that shit as much as possible, so that I don't have to worry about having to do that anymore. So I can just literally just do this for the love of it, which I always do anyway, but not having to really like talk about that or bring that up, because I'm not a, you know what I mean? Like I'm like Gary Vee. I look at, you know, things like YouTube, things like Instagram, all the things that I use to do what I do. I look at it like, wow, this is free. You know, this is all free stuff. You know what I mean? Like YouTube is giving me a free platform to do this. You know, not just do, you know, talk up to you guys about this shit, but like literally, you know, also, you know, I'm able to do my business on here. I'm able to, you know, get clients. I'm able to do a lot of things. I do video and photography production. That's what I do for my bread and butter, my money. And so it's just great, you know what I mean? Like the fact that I'm able to do that, you know what I mean? The fact that I'm able to use something like an Instagram or Twitter or LinkedIn or whatever for free, you know what I mean? In order to spread my knowledge, you know what I mean? Not my knowledge, to spread my, you know, free advertising, you know, all kinds of shit. So it's just, it's really cool, you know what I mean? So like I said, I really hate, you know, having to rely on anyone, you know what I mean? I've always been self-sustainable, you know. In fact, I got a horse, man, you know, like I can't even get a cat or a fucking hamster. No, I gotta go all the way straight for a horse, you know what I mean? That's how hardcore I am. And, you know, anyways, sorry. I know I'll go off on my tangents of retarded shit. What's up, Spence? In the house? We got Neek in the house. We got FN. We got, oh man, we got a full house. I saw we had like 15 viewers at one point there. That's pretty interesting. Are we hitting those thumbs ups, guys? Are we? I mean, what's up? How many thumbs ups does Jose have right now? We gotta see, man. We gotta see how many thumbs up he has. He only has 4. He only has 4, and there's like 100 of you guys in there. Come on, man. I'm talking in the third person now, right? Like the Rock. I hope you guys enjoy Mega Man and things like that in the background. I figured out the best way to get around the YouTube algorithms, and that's to play video games. You know, so when I listen to PewDiePie, it's not just fucking entertainment, because he deals with a lot of shit that I deal with, you know. So it's all about like just playing smart, you know what I mean? Just going around the fucking algos, you know. As a matter of fact, last night, we're going off on a tangent, talking about something different here. Last night we were watching, well, I was watching. I mean, I posted it up on the Discord. I don't know if you guys are watching or not, but do you guys remember this guy named Andy Milonakis? So Andy Milonakis is trying to, you know, again, I don't think he's ever gone away. You know, kind of like Weird Al. He never goes away. It's just that we forget about him and then he's back. So Andy Milonakis is now going live on Twitch and doing Twitch streams and doing a bunch of really cool things. And like, I was watching his Twitch stream from last night, and it was just literally him streaming a date that he was going on with his friends, you know, just hanging out with friends. You know, they went out to dinner, for drinks, for ice cream, and it was just that. So imagine if all of a sudden, you know, me and my boys, or, you know, me and you guys, we're all gather and we're all gonna go out and have some, you know, dinner and talk shit and go out with our girlfriends and go out to dinner and all that shit. And then we're live streaming the whole thing, all of it, from all the awkwardness, all of it, the whole fucking thing. And so I was watching that shit last night, and at first I was like, you know, kind of watching because it's just really interesting, you know, like just weird. But then it's like I just kept watching and watching and watching. I'm like, oh wow, this is really what reality TV was meant to be back in the day. And I'm just looking at the whole live streaming thing and everything, how it was going. And then, you know, one of the questions I was asking myself is like, bro, how the fuck is he live streaming for so many hours straight? And then I realized he literally got himself a backpack. So he got himself like a gigantic backpack. And in that backpack, he had like everything. You know, so everything that I have here, you know, the OBS, you know, the computer, the laptop, the fucking antenna, the whole fucking thing in a backpack. And then he was just live streaming either through a phone or through like a thing like this. And then everything was just like, man, it was fucking hilarious. And so I look at Andy Milonakis, you know, as a pioneer, you know, and he's been a pioneer for a very long time. If you guys don't know who he is, you guys should look him up. I don't want to put him up here because of the whole YouTube, you know, bullshit thing, but, you know, Andy Milonakis is fucking hilarious. He's fucking awesome, and he's cool, man. He's down to earth and everything, and he's a really good guy. And, well, you know what I mean. I use that term loosely, all right? As good as a guy as me, I guess. But anyways, the point I'm making is that yeah, he was one of the original YouTubers. Back in the day, he was one of the original people that got on MTV because of YouTube. He was one of the original ones to make, you know, kind of like crazy, insane content that all of us now take for granted, and so on and so forth. So I'm looking at what he's doing now, just like what he was doing before, a few years ago and things like that. I'm like, oh, wow, okay, cool. I see where this is going. I see what he's doing. I see all this stuff. And again, I was watching that, you know, just because it was really interesting, but also, you know, as I was finishing watching I had to go to bed. I was already getting late, but as I was finishing watching the stream and shit, I was thinking to myself, man, why is this so interesting to me? And I realized it's because I miss LA. I've been all over the U.S. I lived all over the U.S. You know, the U.S. is great and all that shit, but if you guys know, there's a backstory as to why I live in Mexico and why I'm out here. But one of the one place I was living in the U.S. before I came out here was in L.A. And I was living in L.A. for about 2 years, give or take. And I fucking love L.A. Of all the places in the U.S., that's the one place that truly resembled home. It truly resembled the one place I would love to live in the U.S. And I just loved L.A. Everything about L.A. was awesome. So I forgot what I was saying with all that. Oh, yeah. As I was watching that whole thing, I was just getting like kind of homesick. Not homesick because I'm from Miami, but, you know, just, you know, kind of like homesickish. You know, I was feeling that because I was like, fuck, man, I miss L.A. Fuck, I miss those restaurants and all that stuff that goes on there. And the friends, all my friends. I have a lot of friends and family in LA. And just all that. And I was like, you know what? I was watching the whole thing. That's really what I was missing more than anything else. I was feeling very nostalgic and very, yeah, you know, I just missed it. So, again, sorry. I was going off on a fucking tangent there. Oh, okay. That's cool, Spencer. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, yeah. All right. Hold on, I want to read some comments real quick. I see a bunch of comments. I always let these things go out. All right, yeah, we'll talk about Brave. Fuck it. Let's talk about Brave real quick, all right? I'm going to talk about Brave in 2 seconds. Yeah, sorry, I'm just reading the comments. Reading the comments. Reading the comments. So, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, Brave. Let's talk about Brave. I got to talk about BitTorrent. Please remind me to talk about BitTorrent in case I forget, okay? Because I want to talk about that. But I also want to talk about Brave real quick. The reason I'm kind of putting BitTorrent on the back burner is because I don't really got anything new to say except what I've already said about Tron and BitTorrent. Which, remember, I think it's awesome. And I'm super bullish and I'm super happy with what they're doing with all that. And there's another project that's coming out called Upfire, which is, you know, something very similar. They're using BitTorrent as well, and they're doing a similar thing. So, you know, man, 2019 is crazy awesome. It's gonna be crazy awesome. I cannot believe it that we're only still in the first week of January. To me, I feel like I'm in fucking March already. I feel like I'm already like it's about to be spring any day now. Like, you know, I still can't believe that we're only like a couple days into the year. To me, I'm so fucking excited for everything. But anyways, let's talk about Brave real quick. I want to talk about Brave. Because, you know, yesterday, somebody on, I think it was Altcoin Daily was talking about Brave and the BAT token. And, you know, they're all very bullish on Brave and BAT. They're all very bullish on the project. You know, they love it. Look, I'm using the Brave fucking browser right now, motherfuckers. Look, you know, you see Brave, you know. I got to have my shields down so that I can record. But I got, you know, see, look. I got Brave. I'm using Brave. I'm all about Brave. It's all good, you know, and the Brave browser is great. The Brave browser is it's way better than fucking Google. You can't compare it than Google Chrome. It really is better. It's a million times better because of the tools that it gives you in order to block, you know, ads, block trackers, block, you know, do all this. It gives you a lot more full control of what you do online. Now, you know, Brave, that's the Brave browser. Now, the BAT token, you know, which is the, you know, basic attention token, which is, by the way, it should just be called BAT, right? Because I just realized that basic attention token. So if you're calling it the BAT token, you're literally calling pizza. You guys remember that? Right? You're saying it double. Anyways, all right. Sorry. I get distracted. Okay, so you know, so the BAT token, pizza. I'm gonna be saying that shit all day now. All right. So by the way, they do have Little Caesars out here. So the Brave, the BAT. Okay, so the BAT token is the token that is created or used through the Brave browser. So as you use the Brave browser and you go online and you do the things that you're doing online and you know blah 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 yada, you know, you earn BAT tokens. You not only do you earn BAT tokens, but you can also use these BAT tokens, you know, to pay other creators. Like John in the room right now, John tips me in BAT. Some people tip me in BAT. Now, I provide my BAT address at the bottom, link in the description of this video, like I do with all my other videos and all my other things. Why? Because when someone tips me through the browser how it's supposed to be, I don't get my BAT tokens. Now, we're going to talk about that in a second as to why I don't get my BAT tokens. But how it's supposed to work is that, you know, the Brave browser, you know, you're supposed to, you know, block the trackers, earn tokens. Okay, so how do you earn tokens? By looking at ads, by selling your information, by doing all the stuff that you already do on Google or Facebook or whatever without getting blocked. All right. You know, but the thing is that like, you know, Google and Facebook and all these entities, they get your information. All right. And they steal it and then they sell that information. So what Brave does is that if you want to give them your information, they compensate you by giving you these BAT tokens. Now the thing is that, what you know, as long as you can cash these BAT tokens, it's fucking great. There's nothing wrong with it, right? There's, you know, BAT. That's a great fucking thing. How it should be is that everything is all self-sustained, meaning or what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, self-sustained, right? Self-sustainable. So how it would work, I mean, ideally how a Brave browser should work is that as I earn tokens, I can immediately cash out those tokens, whether I want to get those tokens and put them in my Brave wallet, or if I want to get those tokens and I want to put them in my, you know, deposit them into another account, you know, meaning I want to tip another creator, or I want to, you know, use it, you know, to, you know, again, it's a tipping mechanism, you know what I mean? So in order to make another creator better, whatever, I know I'm explaining this really wrong and bad, but I know you guys kind of get it. Now, let's deal with the problem. Most people that use a Brave browser and the BAT token system and do all this fucking shit, almost nobody tries to really cash them out. And you know why I'm pretty sure that nobody really does this is because almost every single fucking time that I talk about this, nobody is dealing with the same problems I'm dealing with. So let me explain. What happens is that, you know what? Let me see if I can. I think I can show you guys. I think I can. Let's see what I want. All right. So this is Uphold right here. I can't really show you everything per se because, you know, obviously it's got my sensitive private information here. But let me explain. So what happened? You know, let's go to Brave. Let's do this right. Might as well. All right. So this is how it works. When you're using the Brave browser, all right, and you earn these fucking tokens, all right, and then when you earn these fucking tokens, I'm gonna see if I can find. All right, there we go. So as you guys can see here, you know, not only do you earn these tokens, but then, you know, it's all about collecting these tokens. So when I try to collect these tokens as a creator, it literally tells me, okay, you have 20, you got like a 50 BAT tokens to claim. So in order to claim them, you need to create an Uphold account. And once you create an Uphold account, then from there you get, okay. So for example, when I myself, me, Jose Arteaga, earn BAT tokens, when somebody tips me BAT tokens, when somebody else out there, one of you guys, gives me BAT tokens for whatever reason, anything, whether you download the Brave browser from my site, and downloading the Brave browser, so let me explain. So when let me just go to one of my videos real quick so you guys can see what I mean. Okay, sorry, I'm just playing some music in between. Okay, so let's do it right here. Okay, so right here, what we see my favorite web browser. You see down here? So when you click on that, bam, it takes you straight to Brave. You download Brave from here, and it's like an affiliate link. So I earn BAT tokens from this. There's a bunch of you guys that have downloaded. I earn BAT tokens from using the Brave browser. I've been using the Brave browser since fucking over a year now. What else? I earn because people tip me and all that shit. So all of a sudden, when I log into my Brave account, I have, whatever, a certain amount of Brave tokens. And I log into my Brave account through Brave. But then what happens is that I get taken to a special Brave page, and it shows me kind of like a dashboard, something similar to this, and it tells me, okay, look, this is what you got, da 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 da. And then right here, like there's a thing that says, okay, now in your wallet. So in order to access these tokens, all right, you need to have an Uphold account. I'm like, all right, no problem. So then I go boom over here to Uphold to try and create an account, and I've done this many times. And every time that I create an account, I have an account for a few days, and then they ban me. They send me a letter, hey, we can't have you on the fucking system. You're blah, blah, blah. You don't meet our fucking requirements. I don't know what to tell you. Go fuck yourself. And then I'm like, hey, but I got my tokens. I give them my whole fucking 1-2, my story. And then they're like, okay, we're going to give you access to your account for 24 hours so you can get your tokens out. But after that, you're blocked. And sure enough, I'm blocked. Look, I'll show you guys. Hold on, I'm gonna log in. This is my old, I think this is the password. Not sure, hold on. Oh yeah. So then on top of that, like I get this thing here where I gotta verify my fucking number. It's like a 2-factor, 3-factor authentication. So it's like they're linking. Like again, when I'm trying to do this, I have to. Okay, first of all, it's all like not only okay. When you sign up, this is already my old account that's going to tell me it's blocked once I try to get on there. But the point is that. The thing is like once you create an account, you got to go through this whole process. You got to give your number, you got to give your address, you got to give your fucking passport, you got to give all this shit like a bank. And then once you do all that, like it's like your phone, your tablet, your computer, your location, your fucking everything is connected. So even though I'm in another country, I got fucking a VPN, I got what you name it. You fucking they don't care. They don't fucking care. They with all these stuff, fucking 3, 4, 5, 28 factor authentication. It doesn't matter. They still fucking get you. And then when they get you, they say, oh, wait a minute. You're not at the exact address and the exact information you fucking gave us. So since that is not the case, then we can't give you an account. And in fact, we're going to take it to another level, and we're just going to ban you outright. And this goes for everybody because your information is not on point. Now, most people, you guys don't have to deal with this shit because, for obvious reasons. You're not trying to be off the grid. You're not trying to do anything, whatever. You guys have bank accounts. You guys have all this shit. But for the average fucking, for somebody out there that is out of the country, number one, I can't get I cannot get an Uphold account. Number two, even when I was in the U.S., I still could not get an Uphold account because I don't meet the stringent KYC requirements that the banking system requires out of me in order just to have a shit account, just to get a fucking bunch of stupid tokens. And the point, look, the whole point I'm fucking making here, guys, is that most people don't know about this whole situation with Brave. And even if they know and they go through this whole situation with Uphold and Brave, whatever, most people don't even fucking think about it. But the point is that Brave browser, the BAT token, and the banking system are all intertwined. They're all together. They're all one entity, just like Ripple XRP. I know. That's not what we want to hear. That's not what we want to fucking listen to right now. We don't want to, you know, this is all like, oh, don't tell that to me. But that's a reality of it, you know what I mean? And it's not until you go through this, like I have already, like 3 fucking times. I'm about to go through it to a 4th time with a different email to see if I can, you know, have an account, which I doubt. Once you fucking go through all this shit, you realize, oh, wait a minute. This is just like dealing with the fucking banking system. And so the reason that I'm all crypto all the way, I deal with crypto and only crypto, it's not because I want to. I mean, I do. I actually do. But it's really because the banking system itself has fucking cut me out of the system. I'm out. I'm out of the system. They have cut me out. That's why I'm here in a country like Mexico where I have the chance to actually get a bank account here in the future. Why? Because when I'm out here, I would be getting one with the country of Mexico. I'm not going to be dealing with central banks. You follow me? And so, and that's the thing. The central banks rule the world. That's why we got into crypto to begin with. And that's why we're in this whole crypto space to begin with, and why we do what we do. And all of a sudden, you know, we have like one of the most amazing projects, which is Brave and the BAT token and all this shit. But then when you realize, wait a minute, this is not decentralized. Wait a minute, there's a humongous banking system that's acting as the middleman. And if you don't comply with this banking system, you can't use, I mean, you can use the Brave browser, but you cannot, you know, you can't use Brave how it's supposed to be used. You cannot get the tokens. You cannot, you know, be a part of the community. You cannot, you know, earn. You cannot, you know, nothing. None of these things, which is wrong. When it comes to everything crypto and decentralization and everything within this space, it has to be so that anyone can function within this new world and economy without having to meet the rules and regulations of governments or banks or anything like that. Because right now, why can I not get an Uphold account? Why can I not get an account in order to access my fucking tokens? You know why? Because the banks just don't fucking like me. I don't meet their fucking requisites of paying their taxes and doing all that bullshit. So because of that, now I have to be punished. And that's fucked up. And that's why I'm so crazy bullish on crypto space, everything in this technology space, because of things like this. Fuck them. That's why I led today's episode talking about France and what they're doing, and talking about Russia and what they're doing, and so on and so forth. And that's it. You know what I mean? When it comes to rules and regulations, in the crypto space, the United States of America is by far leading the way. And you know, when it comes to rules and regulations as opposed to other countries. So I think Kraken, you know, Kraken, the exchange, they were talking about it as to, like, in 2018, they got like 450 or 500 fucking, you know, things from governments, you know, saying like, you know, they got like 500 requests from governments or 400 something requests from governments from around the world, you know, on information about its users. And like 400 or 450 out of those 500 or whatever, like 90% of them came from the U.S. Like, China's not fucking, you know, pushing rules and regulations. Not Russia, not any country. No one. I'm sure there's a few countries here and there that are doing a few little things here and there, but for the most part, no, they're not. No one's doing anything like that. And so the U.S. They are the most unfriendly place to do anything crypto related, which is fucking insane. So he just sent me a bat tip. See, look at that. I got it. There you go. Thanks. Wait, what does that mean? Okay. Oh, I don't even know what that means. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm reading what you sent there, Spencer. But yeah, I don't know. I got, you know, like I said, you know, I've also heard, I think from you, Spencer, saying that as a user, you know, I mean, as a creator, the people that are the creators are the ones that are having this problem, you know, constantly. So I don't know. I gotta keep, you know, working on it. You know, keep checking it out. But like at the end of the day, what was that? I don't even give a fuck anymore, man. I hope that wasn't my... I feel like I just fucking... Hold on a second. That's crazy. I think you just... Did you guys just already... Well, you're welcome there. You're welcome. Not like it fucking matters anymore. God damn it. I'm not happy with Brave at all, or Bat. I just put my fucking keys up there for you guys to check out. Yeah, but you know, you said it though, you know what I mean? Like you fucking said it. The only ones that are getting fucking screwed over are, you know, the fucking users, you know, that's it. And it's sad, bro. And I mean, not the users, the creators, you know, the creators are the ones that are getting really affected by this, and it's fucking horrible. But anyways, I hope you guys are really paying too much attention. Yeah, look, thank you so much for the tip, Spence. Yeah, no, I'm telling you, like, what was I gonna say? John tipped me as well. John tipped me as well. By the way, did anyone see? And no one's even gonna respond to me or anything, man. God damn it. You know, like you know, it's so crazy, like how I feel like I showed you guys my fucking keys. I think that was my public key, right? I guess we'll find out later. And again, who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? Like it matters. You know what I mean? Take my 0 tokens. But anyway, so these 5 tokens that you fucking gave me, and John gave me 10 tokens yesterday, and people that give me tokens. So what happens is that these tokens are held in my Uphold account. So they're being held here, alongside all the tokens that I earn every month. So, you know, that's what's happening, you know what I mean? So, like, that's where all the tokens are going. And so, like, in order for me to claim the tokens that you sent me, in order for me to claim the tokens that John sent me, in order for me to claim all my tokens, I have to, you know, not only upload and register here, but, I mean, I got to register here again, but then I got to fucking go through that whole process. So I was like, whatever, man. I'm fucking over it. So, that's Brave. So, okay, up firing. So let's go. But I mean, look, I understand what you're saying, Spencer, but I'm not, you know, if you know, the thing is that, like, if Brave was working properly in a decentralized fashion and working like, let's say, Bitcoin would be, then there would be no need to have that middleman of upload or whatever the fuck was it? Well, I forgot what it's called already. Uphold. You know, there would not be a need for Uphold, because the thing is that what allows, you know, the 51% attack, what allows double spending, what allows a lot of these things to happen is the fact that there's not enough users within, you know, there's not enough users within the space using it. And so that allows, you know, a 51% attack, that allows, you know, all these things to happen. But if all of a sudden Brave is working as intended, and there's hundreds, and I mean, there's thousands, hundreds of thousands of people all around the world, using Brave browser, they can't really, you know, that can't really do that. You know what I mean? Yeah, but like they can't really work though. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't work that way. You know what I mean? Like the only way that would work is that like it would have to be bastardized like Steam, and how Steam is bastardized and used right now. So that's how that would work. But I know, I mean, I see what you're saying, Spence. You know what I mean? It makes sense. You know what I mean? But again, like there are ways around it, and they can fix that. You know what I mean? I'm not even fix that by implementing it at the very beginning as a thing. The reason that Brave, I'm going to tell you guys right now why Brave, the Brave browser and Brave LLC or whatever the fuck, you know, why they are doing what they're doing is because I'm going to tell you right now, Brave wants to be headquartered in the United States of America. And if Brave wants to be headquartered in the United States of America and have the United States of American citizens as customers and clients, then they would have to adhere to the KYC requirements that are required by the U.S. laws and regulations. So they would have to, in a sense, you know, act exactly like Coinbase and act exactly like any other, you know, Gemini, you name it. Act like any other KYC-friendly entity, just like Exodus and the Exodus wallet, you know, is going to eventually be KYC, and all these things are KYC because all they're doing is complying with the rules and regulations of the U.S. And that's it. But in the end of the day, if Brave can function without having to use Uphold, Brave can function without having to use Uphold, and not just function. Not just function, but do exactly as it's supposed to intend, you know, as intended, without a problem. Because of the technology is already there. The reality is that they need this middleman in order to comply with the rules and regulations of the United States of America. That's it. That's really it. That's the only thing. Because you got to remember, Uphold is like Backed. Uphold is like a cheap, is like the Atari version of Backed. Just think of Backed as, you know, the Sega Genesis, and Uphold is Atari 3600. You guys follow me there? No, they won't be able to really claim all those tokens or earn those tokens or anything like that. And I'm telling you, like, it's not what you think, man. It's not like that at all, Spence. But anyways, let's talk about upfiring real quick, all right? I want to talk about upfiring. So upfiring is a new I'll show you guys. Let's talk about this. So upfiring is the new is another version of what's happening with BitTorrent. So are you guys familiar? Ventura, you already saw. I mean, just watch my video again, man. I don't know what I'm not gonna get them. Look, bro. I love you to death. If you want more information, please contact me. There's ways to contact me, okay? Through Discord, through email, through a bunch of shit. Just contact me in private, and we can talk and have more discussions on Mexico and all that stuff. But yeah, no, I'm not gonna give a tour of my fucking house again. All right? Are you kidding me? I have literally made videos of that, and I was watching it the other day. I was pretty thorough. All right, it's just a house in Mexico. It's just a house, bro. It's a fucking townhouse. I don't know what to explain. I don't know what else to. It's the price. It's cheap. Mexico's cheap. All right, let's go to. I love you to death, brother, but we're talking crypto today here, right? Mexico talking and vlogging is for another day. But I'm glad you're interested in moving to Mexico. As I was saying before, my Mexico videos are actually like my highest watched, you know, videos of all. So yeah, more people watch my Mexico videos than anything else. So I gotta make more of those videos. So I will be making more, but just not right now. Okay. So upfiring is literally another version of what they're doing with BitTorrent. So what Tron is doing with BitTorrent, upfiring is also that. Okay, so I think upfiring is using I think they're also using Ethereum. or maybe they're creating their own thing. But again, this is the competitor. Upfiring is the competitor, the direct competitor to the BitTorrent, you know, to that BitTorrent project. The BitTorrent project Atlas thing. Let me see. Is it here? Okay. So yeah, okay, we're gonna talk about that in 1 sec. Okay, so the thing about, okay, so yeah, it's finding torrents. You know, like I understand finding torrents used to be actually easier, but now in today's world is actually a lot harder. And so how BitTorrent, so Tron is launching another version of a new version of the BitTorrent protocol, and then Upfiring also got the BitTorrent protocol, and they created their own torrent thing. All right, and so the one problem that BitTorrent has, you know, whether it's going to be the new Upfiring project or the new Tron project. By the way, these are the only two projects out there right now. But anyways, no matter which project you choose, the one problem that both of these projects have right now, even though there's 100 million users on this network, the one problem that they're having is the fact, you know, with what you said, looking for torrents, you know, looking for things to download, you know, looking for the whole thing. So if all of a sudden you earn tokens for, you know, you earn tokens for allowing people to download files from your computer, you earn tokens from using BitTorrent, you earn tokens, you know, and use tokens, you know, for example, like if you want to download something but you want to download it faster, you can pay, you know, these new tokens, you know, in order to download it faster. You can earn these tokens, you know, by having like a hard drive. You see, like I have a hard drive here, and I can have like a bunch of files here, and then all of a sudden, like now I would open that up for the world so that the whole world can download everything I have on there. And as they download that, I get tokens, and then I get all those tokens and I exchange them for fucking Bitcoin or whatever, you know. All right, Vontura. I think either you're a troll, but hey, thanks. I love everybody. Trolls, not trolls. You know. Thank you for spelling my name wrong, even though my name is literally spelled right in front of your face. Anytime, brother. Anytime. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Fuck Uphold. But that's the thing, Spence, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like I want to keep talking about Brave, but, you know, that's the whole problem with Brave, you know, really. You know, the fact that they, you know, unfortunately, they have only, you know, they're doing like Ripple and XRP. They're selling a decentralized product, but when you look under the hood, it's a very centralized product. And that's what sucks. So, you know, something like a BitTorrent and what they're doing here, there you go. This is extremely decentralized. You know, this is extremely decentralized, same as Upfiring. You know, Upfiring is just another version. It's just another version. And they're really good. You know, I've talked to these guys personally, and like, yeah, this is a really good project. So this is just another version. Now, you know, just do more research on your own, guys, if this is stuff that really interests you. And I'll probably be doing videos in the future about this stuff. But yeah, man, this is exactly what we're talking about. You know what I mean? This is the kind of project that we're going to be talking about. And in the very near future, we're not going to have Brave browser anymore. A new browser is going to come out that is going to do exactly what Brave is supposed to be doing, and not have to comply with KYC. And then once that browser comes out, people will flock to that browser, and Brave will just be in the past, just like Yahoo or Internet Explorer or what have you. And that's just the reality, you know. So, you know, I'm very bullish on these projects right here, Upfiring and BitTorrent. And Upfiring is using the BitTorrent open source protocol in order you know, they just got BitTorrent. So it's like Litecoin. Litecoin is a copy of Bitcoin. So Upfiring is a copy of BitTorrent, but they made, you know, they made a few changes here and there to make it better. And we don't know who's going to be better, but the fact that there's competition, there's more than one product, they're doing, you know, and so that's the thing. Like if Brave, if Brave would have come out and then there would have been another browser doing the same thing, then it would be a direct competition, and they're constantly competing. So if all of a sudden one of these projects, Upfiring or BitTorrent, gets compromised by the banking system, by KYC, by whatever, and then the other one doesn't, well, then guess what? Everyone's going to go to the other one and leave the other one behind. But if all you have is one, like all we have is a Brave browser, we only got one option, then everyone's just going to use that option and they don't have a choice. And that's the thing. We need to create choices. We need to create more than one project. We need to create competition, capitalism, so on and so forth. That's what we need. We need more of that shit. But yeah, man. So let's see. What are we gonna be talking about? What else we got to talk about here? I think we've done a pretty good show. Talked about pretty much everything, right? We talked about Russia. We talked about France. We talked about BitTorrent, but we didn't talk about Litecoin. What do you guys think about Litecoin, huh? What did you guys think about yesterday's episode, huh? I thought it was pretty fucking hilarious. I'm glad you guys liked it as well. No Bitcoin maximalism zone, all right? This is a no Bitcoin maximalism zone. I love Bitcoin to death, but Bitcoin maximalism is not good. No, Upfiring does not solve... That's a great question, Daniel. Upfiring does not solve that yet. Okay, Daniel, you know what? Just to answer that question, because I feel like that's a question you keep asking, and I'm not answering it. I apologize. So the question that you're asking is the searching problem. How is Upfiring or BitTorrent going to solve the problem of having more torrents for us to download, to search, and so on and so forth? Well, how they're going to solve that problem is by giving people an incentive, giving people a reason, okay, in order to participate. So, for example, if all of a sudden I have a lot of files, which I do, look at all, I mean, I have a lot of files, you know what I mean? Like, I'll give you guys a quick example. You see, I got like a lot of random files of shit, you know what I mean? So all of a sudden I can put all this stuff on my hard drive, and then put my hard drive and connect it to the BitTorrent network. And now, like before, like right now, I don't have any incentive to do that. Because why would I do that? All that's going to do is just slow my computer down. It's going to, you know, it's all negative for me. You know, the only positive is the fact that, okay, I'm helping out the community by providing these files for the community that they don't have. But the reality is that almost nobody wants to do that because there's a million, you know, negatives that come with that. But if all of a sudden there's a positive in which I can earn money, I can earn tokens, which I can then turn these tokens into Bitcoin or another crypto and then turn into money, whatever. If there's incentive to do that, then all of a sudden, like the whole torrenting thing will start getting solved, because there will be people out there that will just dedicate themselves to, you know, just looking and scouring the internet for files, storing these files, and then just selling these files, or just making these files available and then earning money. So the more incentive we give people to have torrents out there, the more torrents we're going to have. And that's it. And that's how we're going to build that torrent community again. Well, that's how we're going to rebuild it again. The reason that the BitTorrent community was way bigger back in the day is because that was the only way that we could, you know, like things like Napster, LimeWire, you know, Kazaa, all these things. The only reason that these things were actually valid and worked and, you know, were really good was because they literally, you know, there was the only way to get files back in the day. But now there's a lot of ways to get files, and so that's why, you know, these things are they're just not as practical as they were before. Hey, how's it going, Meaty Jones? He goes, no, I did not address, he goes, maybe you addressed this, but what about the malware and viruses from the BitTorrent files? Actually, I have not addressed that, and I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. I mean, I think that's probably going to be still there. You know what I mean? That's still going to be a part of the thing. I don't know. I'm not. Remember, I'm not a technical guy. I'm here. I talk about a lot of stuff, and I know a lot of things, and I'm really into tech, and I really love talking about tech and all that shit. But I'm not a tech guy. I don't know that much on tech in order to answer some questions like that. But I'm sure that they're gonna fix that. I'm sure that that's part of the what they need to do in order to fix the whole thing. But yeah, if you guys have any more questions, any more anything, let's talk. Let's keep it going. I want to end it soon. I don't want the streams to go too long because I want people to rewatch these and listen to them again. But yeah, Spencer, I totally agree with you. Like, every single fucking thing needs to be decentralized. We need a Spotify, a decentralized version of Spotify. We got a decentralized version of YouTube, which is Bit.tube, and there's others. We need a decentralized version of a lot of things. We got a decentralized version of Uber that's running in Toronto right now. So again, we need a lot of these things. We do. I totally agree with you. But that's why we are so early on into this space. We haven't even begun yet. We haven't even started anything yet. So, but I agree with you. I agree with you 1,000,000%, Spence. Oh, you know what, Spencer? I didn't even read your whole comment, man. I just kind of I read it over real quick and I didn't read what you're saying. But yeah, that's exactly what happened with things like Spotify and streaming music, things like Pandora and shit like that. Is that what they did? Is they just provided a better way to listen to music. Because before we had to download all these songs, and then if you had an iPad or was it an iPod? I mean, you couldn't listen to. By the way, that's why I never was into Apple, because I was an old school MP3 downloader, torrenter guy, and so I used to always have these MP3 players that were made by everybody but Apple, and so then all of a sudden I can download MP3s from the internet and listen to them, and I didn't have to go to the Apple store, and I didn't have to do any of that shit. And so that's why I was always, from the beginning, I wasn't a fan of Apple. I was always a fan of open source and all that shit. And so when it comes to what you were just saying there about Spotify and all that shit, yeah, I agree with you. So now we're reaching that next level in which we need to create a better Spotify, in which the Spotify itself pays artists directly, and there's no real middleman anymore. And the same thing with the BitTorrent thing. Now we got a better version of BitTorrent and things like that. And I really do think that if BitTorrent is going to be decentralized and all this shit, we're going to get to the point where, back we were scared, we would be scared of sometimes using Napster or using LimeWire, using whatever, because, our IP addresses, were being shown and all this other stuff. And then all of a sudden we had there was the ability or the threat of actually getting in trouble and with the law. And then the fact that they could find you. But now with, not just with VPNs, but decentralization, that risk is very minimal to non-existent. So, that's another plus, and I think we're going to see a big, humongous resurgence when it comes to BitTorrent and BitTorrent networks and torrenting. Why? Because another thing, as we start getting more and more censored, as we start getting more and more, just censorship, and you're not going to be able to find, Alex Jones on the internet, or Jose on the internet, or Johnny, or this or that, or whatever. People might have to, go through things like torrenting in order to, get some of this information. So, I think that it's only the beginning when it comes to just that. I mean, not just everything else that we talk about, but that for sure. We've definitely come a long fucking way. That's for sure. We've definitely come a long way. And we still haven't done anything. So, Mflow is asking, what's the best paid streaming service? I would have to go with Spotify. Back when I could afford it, I used to have Spotify. I love Spotify. Spotify's the best. But yeah. You got any more questions? Any more answers? Any more anything? Anything you guys want to talk about before I end today's broadcast? Feel like we covered a lot. I love the fact that now we get to do these shows once a week. And I get to cover a lot of things that I can't cover in my regular shows. And before, when I used to do the live streams every single day, a lot of times it was very hard for me to have a show like today because, you know, it was just so many hours, so much content, so much to cut, so much to do. And it's like, you know, it got to a point where it was just like, you know, when you eat too much pizza, you know, it's like, fuck, I don't want to eat pizza anymore or anything like that. But now, since it's like, this is once a week, I'm looking forward to it. I got like a bunch of news, you know, it's just completely different. I feel like I can provide a better program show for you guys as well. So, yeah, man. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you guys so much for being here. I fucking love you guys. You know, this is awesome. Yeah, this is great. Great stuff. No, I have no idea, Inflow. I don't know, bro. I don't deal with Apple. I'm not an Apple guy, bro. Mega Man. I'm a Mega Man guy, though. That's for sure. I love Mega Man. Careful. Careful. No. No deaths. No deaths. Oh, hey, what's up, Marcus? How's it going, brother? Oh, man, that's okay. You get to watch the rest of the episode later as soon as I'm done broadcasting, you know? But, yeah, dude, are you kidding me? Like, to me, I love the bear market. I love the market. It's a lot. To me, this is the best time for me to be really creating content. Why? Because when I was creating content through more of the bull market, when I was creating content, when everybody, all they care about is fucking price, I kept getting lost in the shuffle. I get lost in the shuffle a lot more because, you know, people are in this space. A lot of people are in this space, not you guys, but there's a lot of people out there that are in it just for money, just for the trading, just for the, you know, all this bullshit. And so I get lost in that space, you know, because that's what people want, you know, whatever. So then all of a sudden now, as we get to this bear market and there's no more trading, there's no more of this bullshit, there's no more of all that other shit, you know, what happens is that, you know, the people that are in this space listening, so all you guys out there, you know, you guys are really in this space as well. You know what I mean? Like, you're not here for money per se. You know, you're here because you believe in the technology, you believe in, you know, all these projects, you believe in the future, you believe in all this crap. And so by doing that, you know what I mean? Like, by being around, you guys are also now thirsty for real information, real knowledge, real talking, real whatever. So, and all of a sudden, like, my viewers, I get more subs every day. I get more everything every single fucking day because there's more of a thirst for that. Like, people are not hungry for price per se, but they're more hungry for information. And so that's what I love. You know, that's what I do. I'm here for information more than anything else. And so it's great. I love being here during the bear market, man, for reals. Hey, what's up, Kyle? Long time no see, brother. Happy 2019, man. Happy 2019. And I love doing these the live shows too. I'm glad that I'm able to do live shows on YouTube again because it's just very different. It's a very different vibe, very different feel. It's different all around. And it's really cool, man. It's really cool to have you guys all here and to be able to talk about these things, you know. And yeah, man, I love it. I love it. To me, you know, I know I got 930 subs, man. That's a lot of fucking Subway subs to eat, man. But I am really glad, though. I'm really fucking happy. You know, you guys are all here as well, and you know, watching my shows, and the fact that what makes it easy for me to do, you know, these shows during the bear market is the fact that you guys are around, and I'm actually getting more viewers every day, and more thirst for knowledge, and you know, that actually is what makes it so much easier for me to do these shows, and I want to do them. I really want to do them, and the fact that I'm not, you know, nobody gives, I mean, people do talk about the price and talk about all this other shit, but for the most part, people, they want to hear and talk about other shit, which is what I love, you know what I mean? That's you know, it just makes me feel good all around. And it gives me that warm and fuzzy feeling on the inside, you know? No homo, no homo. But yeah, guys, I mean, I fucking love you guys, man, for reals. You know, I love you guys. I love doing this so much. To me, it's like the best fucking thing ever, man. It really is. And it's such a beautiful thing, you know, not just the crypto space, but everything that's happening around the world right now simultaneously. You know, we're going to be part of a generation that's going to see revolution. We're going to be seeing major changes around the world. We're going to be not only seeing like a revolution of culture and people and things like that, you know what I mean? And just a way of being, you know, monetary system collapse, you know, and a revolution in that sense. But we're also seeing a humongous, you know, technological revolution. Like our great grandparents saw this stuff, you know, back during the first industrial revolution, and now, you know, we're embarking on the third industrial revolution. And you know, there's all these other revolutions that are happening, you know, like a knowledge revolution, a societal revolution, a banking revolution, all of these revolutions that are happening all at the same time, and we're only just beginning to see them and feel them, and it's great. And so when I do these things, you know, I know what's coming ahead. You know what I mean? I know what's coming down the pike. And so I'm putting myself in a position as to where, you know, more and more each and every day, there's going to be a lot more people that are going to be thirsty for this knowledge, you know, thirsty for, you know, what to do during this revolution, how they can be a part of it, how they can, you know, all of these things, all of these fucking things. And so I'm just here in order to help bridge that gap and help people, you know, get to where they want to get to. You know what I mean? Like, for reals. That's it. And it makes me really, it makes me proud, man. It really does. It makes me really, really humble. And I just fucking love it, man. I mean, I can sit here all day talking about this shit, which I tend to do. That's what I do. I literally sit here all day talking to you guys about this shit. It is an amazing time to be alive. It really is, man. Oh, yeah. I mean, for real. But that's the thing, you know, like, everything is still in the infancy. I think that there is going to be a better Brave browser coming out and all this stuff. And then, you know, how a new, better Brave browser is going to come out and be better is just another browser that is just going to be doing the same. But imagine if all of a sudden, as you block an ad, you get notifications, or how about this? Imagine that, you know, you wake up in the morning and you get on the computer, and when you get on the fucking computer, you start your browser up today in the morning, you get a little notification that says, Jose, yesterday when you were online, you earned 1.2 Brave tokens for everything that you did. And immediately, you get that shit deposited into your fucking account. So once we get to that point, you know, when we get to like a new technology, we get to a new Brave browser out there, and then that immediately pays you out, and immediately, you know, does all these things that we want, it's going to start putting this shit out of business. And I'm telling you, man, it's like, it's all part of the evolution, you know, of technology and all this shit. And it's just a beautiful time to be alive. You know, right now when we're looking at the Brave browser, that's like the equivalent of looking at fucking AOL. And that's it. Or when we look at, you know, Bitcoin, that's like the equivalent of, you know, DOS or Windows. And just things like that. You know what I mean? We have such a long way to go. And we haven't even begun to start. And, you know, again, you know, a lot of you guys out there have the ability to, even if you don't know coding or know anything about that kind of tech, but you just have like, you know, you like computers, you like video games, you like whatever. Well, and guess what? You know, you can actually go out and take a course, take an online course, and learn how to, you know, how to code on the blockchain. And before you know it, you know, look, right now, the reason the space isn't growing faster is because there's not enough people out there that know how to code this new stuff. So why not learn how to code, you know, decentralized things and blockchains and shit like that, and then your services are going to be wanted and needed before you get oversaturated. So for example, if you go back like 10-15 years and you said, oh, I want to be an app developer, back then, people are like, whoa, you want to be an app developer? What the fuck is an app developer? Really? You want to dedicate your life to that? You think that there's going to be people just fucking developing apps and so on and so forth? And that was like 10-15 years ago. Now today, app developer, that's like a career. That's a job. That's like a thing. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's just the same fucking thing right now. We're going through all these things. We're going through the motions right now. All songs are pretty much illegal downloads, Enflow. I mean, this is the way it is, And that's the thing, we need to get away from all that. When all of a sudden in the future, as an artist, you are a musician, and you put out a song, and then that song, remember, it's an electronic MP3 file, but that MP3 has a smart contract attached to it. So then all of a sudden, you as an artist, you don't have to go to SoundCloud. You don't have to just go to certain places like Spotify, have them rape you or anything like that. No, you as an artist create your MP3s. You put smart contracts to them. You put them out there on the internet, and they're either found on BitTorrent, they're found on Spotify, they're found on the internet, they're found anywhere. It doesn't matter. Look, there's websites out there called like freemusicarchive.org. I go to this website a lot. In order to get music for videos and the work that I do. Remember, I'm a film, I'm a creator. Besides the YouTube shit that I do. So I go here. So imagine how all of a sudden, where as soon as I download one of these songs and I use them, the smart contract kicks in. So for example, if I'm just using this song to make a stupid YouTube video for my small little channel, then that song smart contract would just kick in and just like kind of let you know, hey, you're using my song, so, you need to, like, give me credit for the song. Okay, great. Now, and then that same smart contract for that same song can have a million different speculations. I mean, there are different triggers. So if it's like a small YouTuber with like a few hundred subscribers, the artist is going to let you use the music for free. But if all of a sudden I'm a big Hollywood producer and I download the song for free and I get it, whatever, the whole fucking thing. Well, in the future, I probably won't even have to reach out to the artist. No, as soon as I implement that song into whatever work I'm working on, whether it's a commercial or a movie or anything like that, I don't even have to hire an assistant to dedicate time to go looking for the artist, have them sign papers, give permission, ask permission, blah, 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 blah. No. The artist himself already put in the smart contract that if Hollywood makes a movie and they put my song in it, that it's automatic. You know what I mean? I automatically get paid. I automatically get my dividends. I automatically get credit. I automatically get all this shit. And that's it. And then the people in Hollywood or whoever the fuck is going to be like, oh, great, perfect. This is eliminating so many middlemen, and it's helping everything, reducing cost, making our jobs easier, everything. It's all this stuff. So, and this is like a little smidget of how all this technology is going to be revolutionizing everything within all these spaces. Whether it's streaming, whether it's creating art and putting art up there, BitTorrent, all of these things put together, and you can kind of like see how it's all working together. It's going to be working together. So yeah, man. It's going to be interesting. Like I said, we're not even anywhere there yet. And that's the thing, even as an artist, because remember, I am an artist. I deal with artists and all this stuff. A lot of times an artist, they want their music to be out there. So all of a sudden, like let's say me as an artist, I want my music to be out there, but I don't want to penalize a small YouTuber that has a video with 100 views or 1,000 views to get penalized for using my song, because I want my song to also be out there and I want the whole thing to work. Now, if all of a sudden that video makes, that 100 view video gets to 1 million views, then me as another smart contract thing will kick in, and then all of a sudden me as the video, I mean, me as the music creator will automatically start getting paid a portion of what that video made. So if all of a sudden that guy that made the video, it gets to 1 million views, he wasn't never thinking that it got to 1 million views, but it got to 1 million views, and all of a sudden the artist did not get paid. The only one getting paid is the guy that made the video. Well, the artist feels fucking, left out and feels like, hey, this is not fair. I want to copy strike you because I need my money, I need my whatever. But if all of a sudden, when that happens, all of a sudden something kicks in with a smart contract, and all of a sudden that video gets to 1 million views, and then I get like an email saying, hey, your song was featured in this video that got to 1 million views, so you will be earning this amount for the month of January. So it's like everyone's happy. You feel me? And it's like that whole fucking thing. So, we're moving. We're still very far away from that. But you can also see how we can see all this happening within a few years. And how all this is going to work is no rules, no regulations, no KYC, no banks, no middlemen, no nothing. That's how all of this shit's going to work. Seriously, because when you start putting the government in there with rules and regulations and KYC and the banks and the corporation, that's when we get to where we are now. We got no freedom. Everything is censored. We can't do anything. No. And so that's why, we're pushing back. Everyone is pushing back. And that's it. And, that's why it's a beautiful fucking time to be alive. Because not only are we pushing back, but we're pushing back really fucking hard, and we're gaining. Okay, we have the ability to really fucking take over this whole fucking thing. So fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah, all day. But anyways, guys, all right. I think I'm gonna end it here. I went an hour and a half. It was a really great, awesome episode today. Great conversation, great time. I love you guys. I enjoyed being here. This is fucking awesome. You guys are fucking awesome. This whole thing is fucking awesome. And that's it. I love you guys, all right? So thanks again for watching. Don't forget to please like, please subscribe, please share. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, all right? And I'll see you guys all over the internets and all over the webs and all over everywhere, all right? So I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. I'll see you guys, you'll see my upload. I'll see you guys at night through, when we do our Bit.tube and Twitch live stream, and I'll see you guys. I'll fucking see you guys on Friday. I'll see you guys every day. I'm fucking here every day for you guys. I love you. And if you guys can't find me, you guys know where to go. Go to the Discord. Find me on Discord. Join the Discord. If you want a link, the link's at the bottom, and join the conversation there, where we're always having a conversation and never stops, because there's just too much to talk about. It's too exciting. It's just too much. All right. So thanks again, guys. I really appreciate you guys. Really love you guys. We're going to give a shout out to Marcus, shout out to Kyle, shout out to Spencer, shout out to Enflo, shout out to Jose. Oh, wait, that's me. Shout out to fucking Daniel. Shout out to who else we got out there? Everybody else. Everybody we got out there. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for joining me every day. Thank you so much for all the love and support. And just thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If it wasn't for you guys, I'd be talking to myself as I usually do. All right, guys. I love you, and I'll see you guys mañana. Peace out, and have a wonderful rest of your hump day. Peace.